you're a digital marketing agency and you're struggling to get consistent client results with SEO, some of those struggles are you need multiple people to fulfill on an SEO campaign for starters. Nobody is good at everything. There's pieces, you have content writing, link building, strategy, keyword research. Typically nobody is a jack of all trades that's really good at all of those things, and this becomes a common struggle we see for agency owners trying to scale SEO services is they just cannot find the right talent, or it takes multiple people and then you're trying to piece multiple things together and make it cohesive, and then things just kind of tend to fall apart. Some agencies struggle because they are starting to grow and scale a service like SEO. They maybe have an awesome rock star in-house, and then what happens when that person puts us 2 weeks in and leaves? Or what happens if you're in a good situation where you're growing and scaling, you're adding a bunch of clients, and then you're at a point where you gotta hire a second SEO rock star. This is where things kind of tend to fall apart because you're hiring, they're not as good as Jim, who's there and he is a rock star, and this leaves a huge gaping hole in your agency because you have a certain subset of clients that are getting phenomenal results, and then you have this other half that aren't getting as good results because the new hire is not as good as Jim. If you're growing and scaling, a lot of agencies have great lead generation and sales in place. They have to get the consistent client results. It's a huge pain to deal with people. You have to deal with all of the headaches and struggles that come with this, which is hiring, firing, who's gonna train them, who's gonna be the project manager, who's gonna keep them accountable, and then what do you do when they're sick, when they're on vacation, other things. You gotta provide benefits, so you need healthcare, dental, vision, etc. to be competitive in the marketplace, 401k with match. All of these things are hidden costs that end up kind of creeping up on agency owners, and then every year you gotta make sure you're giving consistent raises, performance improvements. So instead of having to feel overwhelmed with all of that, you can kind of throw all those troubles away. You could hire a white label provider, Agency Elevation, that's what we do, and we take the pain points out of that for you because we have to deal with those struggles. There's one for each service we do. So if you have multiple services with us, you're gonna have separate dedicated specialists to ensure you're getting a true expert in whatever that service is, but it alleviates you of having to deal with that headache, which is a huge benefit and bonus. Another issue that plague many agencies is they get into this conundrum where they are growing and they need to hire another second person to handle the account load, but the problem they run into is they need to hire a full-time person and they don't have enough accounts to pay for that person's payroll. So they run into the situation where they're paying somebody to essentially twiddle their thumbs all day and hoping that they're gonna land enough sales and new clients to fill them up, and that becomes the issue. It just is not scalable long-term, and that's where white label is a great resource because you're only paying per account that you have with like Agency Elevation, so you're only paying for usage. If you have a client, you're paying, and if they leave, you stop paying. So your billings and expenses, go up or down depending on your growth or lack thereof. You may find yourself like a lot of our existing clients where you tried a white label provider in the past and they completely fell on their face. They got poor results, they had bad communication, they didn't send you the deliverables. There's a whole laundry list of items there that we hear consistently from our clients. And that's kind of what's different with Agency Elevation. So we wanted to make sure that we solve and bridge that gap by having completely 100% in-house USA-based team and giving you direct access to them during your business hours through Slack. And so the fact that they're available in your time zone is just a huge differentiator. You can tag them and they get back to you within minutes, as opposed to putting a ticket in with somebody overseas who you've never spoken to. Just gives you a much higher level of service, and that's something we really pride ourselves on. If you're tired of trying to grow and scale your agency and running into problems with generating consistent client results, you absolutely need to partner with us at Agency Elevation. We are the #1 white label provider for a reason, and it's because we have a top-down approach in our company. Everybody from the top all the way through is dedicated to client results, and your clients are essentially our clients. If you gain a client, we gain a client. If you lose one, we lose one, and we only hire the best. We go through hundreds and hundreds of people to hire one person to make sure that the people on your account is going to be the best. So your next step is just check out our services. Right above this video on the website, you're gonna see white label SEO, Google ads, Facebook ads, TikTok ads. Check out those pages for all the information you need on those services, and then click on pricing and packages just at the very top of the website. You're gonna see all of our pricings on there, super transparent. We have tiered volume pricing for all the ad products. So as you scale and grow with us, your pricing actually gets cheaper. Again, something you can't do in-house. And then you're gonna click on get in touch, and you're gonna speak to one of our friendly team, and they're gonna get with you, do a discovery call, make sure that we're a good fit, and we'll get you started right away.